If you need a truly portable leaf and grass blower but don't want another small gas engine to maintain, the newer generation of cordless blowers with modern lithium-ion battery technology may be just the ticket. In this video, we're going to unbox and test one of the more impressive examples we've come across, one that strikes a good balance between power, weight, affordability, and performance. Coming up right now, here on Shop Tales and Lore. If you're a serious do-it-yourselfer or home workshop enthusiast looking for a variety of helpful content in one place, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified whenever we release a new video. And if we've helped you today, please take a moment to like, share, and comment below. It helps these videos reach more folks, and your comments help others as well. Thanks again. As we gear up for spring yard work, one piece of equipment that will be seen everywhere is the lawn and leaf blower. Let's face it, these things have all but replaced the broom and dustpan for landscape maintenance and are huge time savers as well. If you're considering a blower purchase, there are basically three options: gas-powered, corded electric, and cordless. Corded models can be powerful and reliable, but are best suited for small lawns where electrical outlets are close by. They're just impractical for a large yard or acreage home site. Gas models really pack a punch, but this power comes at the expense of regular maintenance, weight, bulk, noise level, and overall convenience. The large backpack models can weigh over 20 pounds and cost several $100s. Gas blowers can be physically demanding to operate and may not be the best fit for some homeowners' needs or budgets. Cordless blowers have really come into their own in recent years, with advanced battery technology, lightweight materials, and high-efficiency maintenance-free brushless motors, rivaling the performance of some gas models. While most of the big-name cordless manufacturers are building excellent quality into their tools and batteries these days, in our shop we already have a significant investment in DeWalt's FlexVolt platform, so we decided to look at their range of blowers. That's the only reason for our brand choice. This channel has no affiliation whatever with a DeWalt or its distribution chain. We purchased the model we ultimately selected just like any other retail customer. Okay, with that out of the way, let's first look at a couple of models that we decided to rule out for our purposes. The DCE100 is DeWalt's most basic 20-volt model, producing about 100 CFM of air volume. Marketed as a job site blower, it's intended for lightweight construction debris like sawdust, small drywall waste, etc. With its low air volume and small bore nozzle, it's not really suitable for most lawn and garden applications, although it does come with nozzle attachments for airing up inflatables. The bare tool is about $169 on Amazon. By the way, all of the prices referenced in this video are for bare tools only, which come with no batteries or chargers. Those items must be purchased separately. The DCBL 770 is at the opposite end of the power spectrum. When fitted with a special concentrator nozzle, this 60-volt beastly centrifugal blower delivers as much as 423 CFM at up to 175 miles per hour. Like the DCE100, the 770 has a smaller bore than the models specifically marketed for lawn and garden use. It's intended for heavier construction debris such as rocks, wood blocks, etc. Even this model is moderately priced at about $229 on Amazon, but at 9.8 pounds is probably heavy enough to cause fatigue for many people when used for long periods of yard work. Having ruled out the job site blowers, we narrowed our selection down to the remaining two models in the DeWalt lineup. The DCBL 772, commonly called the Generation 3 blower, is a 60-volt version that generates 600 CFM at 125 miles per hour. Designed specifically for landscape work, Its axial design results in a forward balance point, which causes the nozzle to tip downward, maybe a little too much for some users to carry its 7.6 pounds comfortably with a relaxed grip. So the unit must be tipped upward, which may cause added hand and arm fatigue over lengthy sessions. Another issue that we have seen mentioned in some written reviews but haven't yet been able to test firsthand is that the placement of this foot or stand may prevent use of some of the larger capacity 60-volt batteries. The 772 is also about $229 on Amazon. We finally settled on the DCBL 722, which we think offers the typical user an optimal balance of power, weight, performance, intended application, and price. This Generation 2 20-volt model is another axial design that produces an impressive 450 CFM at 125 miles per hour. Its diffuser concentrator can also act as a scraper. At a well-balanced 5.4 pounds, the 722 is comfortable to use and carry. It's also quite affordable at around $135 on Amazon. A car drying nozzle is sold separately. Let's unbox the 722 for a closer look. The first thing that hints at this model's power and efficiency is the blower tube diameter. It's 4 3/4 inches at the power head and tapers to about 3.5 inches at the muzzle. Referring back to DeWalt's published air volume and speed ratings, for a blower to generate 450 CFM at 125 miles per hour through a tube this large is really saying something. I suspect the axial design of the 722 is a big factor in producing this level of performance. The motor and fan are on the same axis as the air column they generate, versus the more common centrifugal blower design, where these components are mounted at sharp angles to the airflow direction, which could logically compromise both airspeed and volume. The power head is fairly compact for a blower in this performance class and makes up practically all of the unit's 5.4 pounds. Most users will find the rubberized grip comfortable and the controls conveniently located. Both the trigger and speed lock lever are easy to reach and operate. The motor and fan are clearly set up to move a lot of air. The fan or rotor has 11 blades with significant pitch and is probably somewhere close to 5.5 inches in diameter. The battery mount is easily accessible and will accept any size 20-volt or flex-volt battery pack. The last two items in the box are the concentrator nose baffle and owner's manual. Assembly is pretty straightforward. A notch in the bottom of the tube mates with this spring-loaded tab at the bottom of the power head housing. Simply align the tube and press the tube in until the tab snaps into the notch. Attach the concentrator by sliding it over the small end of the tube until the tabs in the tube snap into the locking holes of the concentrator. It was raining the day we shot this sequence, but I was anxious to try out the blower, so I pointed it at some sawdust on the shop floor. Take a tip and don't try this without a dust mask. The cloud it raised is probably still somewhere over south central Texas. The volume and speed of the air produced by the 722 are impressive. The rearward movement you see in the next couple of shots is simply the unit reacting to that discharge force. I'm not moving it one bit. If you've ever spent any time around live oak trees, you know what a chore it can be to clean up those tough, thick little leaves that take forever to decompose. They're heavy and just laugh at the stiffest broom, especially if the leaves are the least bit damp. But the 722 moves through them like a three-bottom plow through sandy loam. As for battery life, yes, the 722's big motor does require significant power, especially at sustained high speeds. In these tests, we were averaging 20 to 25 minutes with 5 and 6 amp-hour batteries at moderate blower speeds. I didn't bother to test it with smaller batteries like those in the 2 to 3 amp hour class because I just don't think they would last very long at all. Just as a loose rule of thumb, an average suburban yard would probably require having 2 or 3 high-capacity batteries charged and ready to go. The cost of DeWalt branded batteries has always been a source of frustration for us here in our shop, but in recent years, aftermarket clone batteries have really come into their own. They are widely available from sources like Amazon, often at half the price of name brands, sometimes even less, and most of those we have tried hold up really well. The bottom line is that the DCBL 722 is lightweight and comfortable to operate and has more than enough power for most landscaping chores at roughly $90 less than the Generation 3 blower. Thanks for watching.